Welcome to the special picture-in-picture video commentary for episode 2 of series 2 of Limmy's Show. Welcome to Limmy's Show. Special cameo appearances in this one from musicians Roddy Hart and Tommy. Oh no, he's going to kill me. Oh, he's going to kill me. Tommy, Roddy and Tommy. Special appearances for Roddy and Tommy. They're Tommy on the left. Tommy Sheridan. Tommy, don't know. Tommy and Roddy there. Is it Tommy?
No, so good.
I follow him on Twitter.
But regardless of what they were like,
this Martipello thing here. See everything I'm saying here about Martipello? Almost word for word, I was told that story in college by a lassie in complete seriousness. A lassie called Lorraine, I won't say her surname, but it's in my SNC, so that would have been 1993, maybe. I think she's for Clydebank, Martipello's for Clydebank, and she says, do you know, my pal told me, I think she said that, and I won't bother saying it because it's exactly that story. See that filled the room, voice filled the room, she said that to us. And this guy walked in, nobody knew who he was, and he walked in and he just started singing and his voice filled the room. And she said, and do you know who he was? Do you know who that guy was? Martipello. It's exactly what she's completely serious, and I was like, really, aye?
Do you know who that boy was?
Roddy Hart on the right there. Asked to be in the second series. A musician, right? I didn't really know him, but he was kind of tweeting us, like, saying, can I be in as an extra? I went, aye, if you want. Thinking he didn't really, I was just kind of joking. But then he supported Chris Christopherson at the Royal Concert Hall, I think it was, and then he tweeted me a picture of Chris Christopherson holding up a sign, well, a bit of paper, with writing on it saying, please put Roddy in Limmy's Show Series 2. Chris Christopherson. I'm not a big Chris Christopherson fan, but just the fact I know him, I've heard of him, and you know Chris Christopherson, beard and all that, and I was like, he's in. He's in. Tommy, Roddy Hart and Tommy. Is it Tommy?
During her time this side of life,
I'm in trouble when I suppose I'll tell you.
A lot of flowers around her home. I mean, a lot of flowers. This was like a greenhouse, almost. You understand this?
Aye. Classic psychics, pal.
She's telling me that she used to love all the plants she would bring over, but oh, she hated those daffodils.
See that? Oh, she hated those daffodils.
She showed me, like, her grave and
that's classic psychic parts. If you watch any of the programmes on the telly.
Okay.
They all hit out with that now and again. They go, that fence, you painted the fence. Oh, she hates that colour. Oh, and you've done the wallpaper. No, you painted the walls. Yeah. Oh, she hates that colour. Change it back, and everybody's chuckling like that. She's still getting cheek for the other side. Always a wee bit in like that.
She didn't like Daddy Longlegs. She was petrified of them.
Always that wee...
Daddy Longlegs, quite a scaredy cat, your mum, wasn't she?
And that wee bit of...
I'm only kidding.
I'm only joking. A wee bit of cheek, I'm only joking. See, because we can laugh. Because they're not really dead. They're not really dead. They're still alive. They're just on the other side, you see. So we can have a bit of fun.
This side of life, but rather something she's experiencing at this very moment. On Spirit side.
I think this is like the first sketch idea, the first Raymond Day idea that made me want to do Raymond Day. Because I thought, what if the person on the other side is in hell?
They've put her downstairs.
No, downstairs.
She didn't make it.
Oh, she can't be. She never had a bad bone in her.
Well, they don't stick them down there for nothing, pal. No, she is downstairs.
Can you hear that laugh that goes like this?
You said she's afraid of cold.
You'll hear it in all the Raymond Day sketches.
Longlegs, she's covered in them.
It's I can't remember his name.
She was wearing a sheet like a ghost, you know,
but he's one of the guys in the art department. It's grey hair, silver hair.
And
that's how you call grey hair if you want to compliment. It's got lovely silver hair.
These are the ones that will never heal.
And when we're recording it, the audience.
And, what
There's
was the
only
other
about
thing you said?
like
She was scared, or you said she
I don't know,
was
like
scared to
10
go
people there.
somewhere?
I'm not sure
was agoraphobic, she
however
was
many
scared to
people's
go
there.
Scared to go out. They're making her go out.
So you have to
Looking
record
like
lots of
that.
people laughing and then kind of
So
layer
that's
them
the
out each
punishment.
other, so it sounds like a big thing. So we've got the cast and the crew and everybody to do some laughing and things like that. And he was
Okay,
there.
leave a love with
And it's a
you.
dead
Okay,
distinctive
thank you.
laugh. And the other episodes, look, listen out for it.
Why have you got a sermon?
Why you looking at my cock?
I'll take all the lads back to.
How you doing? My name's Simon.
I'll take them all back to PE.
Peaches and cream. Oh, shut
Remembers a guy who got a semi in my PE changing room. Mick. Can I say his surname?
Was it
He
true?
added me on Facebook. He added us on Facebook.
What?
I was like, I wonder.
The story about
I got a
Martin
semi. I remember seeing him with a semi,
Was it true?
but nobody said anything. I thought, is nobody saying anything because if you say anything, then that's like saying, I'm looking there, and I can see you've got a semi.
Nah,
So you just kind of don't say anything.
the people need hope.
It'd be different if it was full
People
blown
need dreams.
up or all the way across.
My
But
story
it was
might
just
not
looking
have been real,
just
but
a bit. It wasn't
that
just big.
dream,
It was that kind of
that hope
what do you
you
call it?
said that maybe one day,
Is it Mullican
Right
Tire
up.
thing like that? That kind of
Right
angle
time.
like that. It's like
right karaoke.
it's ready to say something. Nearly made a
that was
mistake.
real. It's a good place. Good people.
Good place, good people.
If we
I
let
took
it
that
hope
for.
and
I
dreams
remember
die
there was an
well.
advert for Hamish Macbeth with Robert Carlyle on,
We may as well
and
just
that
say
hit,
they
that
didn't die
kept
well.
playing again. And it's a good place, good people. Robert Carlyle,
I
it's a
think
good
I
place,
understand.
good people. Had that in my head for years, and there I got to use it.
Now get out of here.
Lemmy. Thanks.
True story, and it is a true story.
Alright lads,
A body
I don't
like.
mind admitting, I've got a semi.
Like that.
A semi-automatic.
A semi-automatic. Somebody pointed out to me not that long ago. That's not a semi-automatic. That's a full automatic or fully automatic. You know, an Uzi, a machine gun's a full automatic. A semi-automatic's when you go. You don't have to go. Semi-automatics. That's a full automatic. Got it completely wrong.
You won't have the chance to open your big stupid mouth and make a fool of yourself.
That's when it'd be
You
useful to
could
have
find
somebody in the
special.
cast or
God
crew that knows a
you
lot
deserve
about
it,
guns.
pal.
But then again, you don't
Have a
want
lovely
somebody
night,
like
thank
about in
you.
case
Hi there, what's your name?
you piss them
Jacqueline.
off.
Jacqueline. If you just
And then they come in
stand
one
there,
day.
I'm going to take your photo and put it up here in the wall, and if MD's interested in you, they'll put their card in the pouch under your photo, and vice versa. Right?
Right,
Jason. Jason was the name of the guy with the
so I walk
laugh,
through
by
the
the way.
door and there's everybody staring at us while I'm on fucking stars in their eyes. But I didn't mind, because I was looking good and feeling good until I clocked that all the guys were wearing kilts and all the women weren't.
I don't know if I've mentioned, I don't know if you got the first series DVD, but some people will
I don't know where to look.
think
The night
Jacqueline's
Matthew,
meant to be
I'm
a
gonna
guy
be
or used to be a
an
guy or something, you know, because of the
embarrassment to
stubble in the voice. I don't know if I mentioned that in the video commentary for the first series, but it's just because when I filmed the sketch for the first time in the house, like just my own wee video camera, I didn't bother shaving. I had a kind of stubble, Kenny Everett sort of, who cares if I've not Cupid stunt. So she's a lassie.
They all laughed
But,
at us.
just wonder if
All
you can
night
see
long,
Jason
every
there. Can you see
dance. They were delighted to see me. Oh,
I saw
look
the
at
crew there.
us, it's Jacqueline.
I saw the crew.
I was in there, man. In there. But how? How? What is it to
See the
me
earrings,
anyway?
they really
What
hurt.
kind
The
of guy would
clip-on
wanna be
earrings,
up
they
with
star
me?
things, really hurt.
And then I thought,
You put them on, and you start to
so
no
what was
notice
it
how
that
much they
great
hurt.
Marx once said?
It's when you take them
See,
off.
anybody
It's
would
like,
want somebody like me as a member of their club. They can get themselves to fuck.
filmed in Clydebank Shopping Centre.
What? What are you going to do about
We
it?
filmed practically everything in that Clydebank Shopping Centre. If you look at the first series, second series and third series, practically
dummy,
everything's in that
it's not real.
Clydebank Shopping Centre.
Deal with it.
I mean, what would they do if you did
Okay,
that?
we're ready to
That is
take a
just
few
a dummy.
questions now.
All right. Could you describe for us the last time you saw your wife?
Couldn't believe Ryan there used that Liverpudlian accent. Before we filmed it, right, we didn't do any rehearsals. There's no really time for rehearsals other than just before you film, right before you're ready to start filming. And he went, alright! He kept putting his voice in, alright! And we were having a laugh. Didn't think he was really going to do a Liverpudlian accent, and he stood up and did it.
Thoughts and actions on the night.
I was watching the telly
And
alone. And
try to hold in a
midnight I
laugh.
started wondering.
This is obviously based on, you get, you know, these guys you see on the telly, somebody's went missing. Are you going to please come back? Or that, please come back. You're like, you did it.
Thanks.
But it's really good when somebody's on doing that
Hi.
and they're like, going to please come
So,
back. Or whoever's got him or her, please. And you're like, they did it. What? Come on. We all know it was you. It's brilliant when you find out that they did it. It's terrible that people get. It's terrible that people kill people. Terrible. But within that, if you accept that these sort of things are going to happen, there is fun and comedy and a game to be had within that. Which is it going to be like in a couple of months? Is it going to be the case that it was them that did it? And it's always dead satisfying going about. Well, I told you. Remember I said.
We're going to have to stop
I told you.
the conference there, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for your questions.
Turns out it was him that did it. Look at this, look.
I knew it!
Look at Alan here. Nobody else could pull off that smile. Nobody else could pull off that smile. Tina Turner dance competition. How did this come about? I originally had this sketch years ago that I just had in my head, where it's kind of like Strictly Come Dancing, where people are dancing and instead of getting a wee tap in the shoulder, that's like the way Come Dancing used to be in old days. Instead of getting a tap in the shoulder and then asked to leave, somebody comes out like with a chain and strangles them or like stabs one, and I thought I'd like to do that. And then somehow I thought, I don't know how Tina Turner came about. I just thought, I think I thought of a lot as doing that, and I thought, wait a minute, I could use that with the dancing competition thing. That we're all doing that, so I put it all together. But the thing is, I gave this trophy at the end that says the best, and Simply the Best had became a kind of Glasgow Rangers football club anthem sort of thing. So even though that's not a song, it's Tina Turner, it's a trophy and it says the best. And I'd actually, I thought, people are going to think this is some kind of wee Rangers thing. But it's not, because I'm not into football. So I wrote another 2 sketches of this Rangers and Celtic guy sitting on a couch going like, what's that all about? And me in between them going like, it's nothing to do with football. But I just decided to drop it. So I was waiting for people to say, what's that? Is that some kind of Rangers thing? No, I think like one person said it. But
Checks to see where they're all heading.
so it goes to show you, you can think too much and get a wee bit para, but no. Yoker. This is like maybe one of my favourite ones that I've made, because it took about a whole day and a bit to film the whole thing. If you look there, see how it looked quite dark outside there? That's because we filmed that bit towards the end of the end of the day. That was like the last few minutes we filmed that. It's a bit light there because it's just about quarter of an hour earlier, but that was like the last shot there. See, it's a wee bit lighter there. That was at the end of the day. It was getting dark, it was starting to rain, and we thought, we're going to run out of time. It was right up to the end. But and then when we get to Yoker and it's all bright, or when we get in the bus it's all bright, that's earlier in the day we filmed it. But Yoker, this is all based on like real thoughts I've had like when I was wee, going up the town and kicking about the town, I would see like obviously buses going about, and I'd see a bus going to Yoker, and it'd be going like that way. I used to stay on the south side of Glasgow, and I'd come into the town. But you see these buses going from like east to west, going to Yoker, past us up the town. I'm like, where is that going? Where is Yoker? What is this mad place called Yoker? It sounds like yolk, like an egg yolk. Who are they people? What's it like to go to Yoker? And me and my pals used to have a trans card to go to an underground and the bus and the train, and I was tempted to just jump on and go like, flash it, and then get taken away. But the thing is, there's boundaries, and if you went outside the boundary, which Yoker might have been, you'd have to pay your way back, and I never had any money. I bought the trans card and that was it. So I could have got dumped in Yoker, I could have got half at Yoker, and when I got back on, and I'd be trapped in Yoker. So we never went. But I've always thought, like, when I was younger, what's Yoker like? I remember when I was wee, there was these chat lines, 0055, 00, that, like, these were like big chat lines that got banned for adults, right? It wasn't a sex chat, but I think it was like dating, or people just wanted to chat. It was big in, like, I think the late 80s or early 90s. I think it was the late 80s or mid 80s. And I phoned up when I was wee, like in secondary school. I used to just phone up, and I rang up a phone bill about £1,000. Doing other things, I was phoning American numbers, just random numbers that I just made up. But I phoned that once, and some guy, I remember hearing this guy and this lassie chatting, and the guy went, lassie said, where are you fae? And he went, for Yoker. And I think I went like, Yoker, where is Yoker? Because that's how I sounded back then. Where is Yoker? He's like, wee man, get yourself to.
When you leave.
But that was weird, just to hear the guy who's for Yoker. I thought, there's a guy in this phone that's for Yoker. That was the first bit we filmed that day. That was right in the morning. It was freezing. Freezing. Odd shoes there. I didn't think anybody would notice, but I put DD in odd shoes there.
Is it really this easy?
Look at that.
Is it really this easy to get the things you want in life?
I don't know if this is going to ruin anything, but
suddenly had dogs to just go,
I think that's Clydebank. I think that's next to Clydebank College, yeah. But I didn't want to risk filming in Yoker for Yoker in case anybody thought they'd know fae Yoker. They've got no place being in Yoker.
I knew exactly what.
I think that crane there's the Titan crane or something. I think you can go up it. That there isn't Yoker, that's Kelvin Dale.
Bus was a million miles away. I thought, Dee, you truly are the outer reaches.
For Didi's usual stuff, the whole dum dum, that Spanish Castles in Space by the Horde, that music, and I just kept another pop song for that there, Star 68789 it's called, in case you're interested in that kind of thing.
Les Porter.
Aye.
Les Porter, that name, it's a real guy, it's a guy that I know online, and also he worked at this web company that I sort of had dealings with, a guy called Les Porter, and I would chat with him on Facebook, and I was making my podcast up, because this is for the podcast that I made up, Limmy's World of Glasgow, and I said I'm making up a new episode tomorrow, and he said, do you think you could get my name in somewhere? And I said, he says, do you think you could put me in it somehow? So I was just kind of, I had a wee outline for my wee stories in the podcast, and then I would just kind of make it up as I went along. So I hadn't written anything, and I says, well, I'll stick your name in somewhere. So I just stuck that in. I just thought, right, hairdresser's called Les Porter. Them that were on that front bus, actors, load of them actors. I was worried that some people would think that Les Porter does rhyme with Yoker, because I don't know if you know from I think it was either my pilot or first series, I had the thing about how 20s plenty, and how 20s doesn't rhyme with plenty. Now some people don't know what words rhyme or no. I thought some people are going to think that Yoker does rhyme with Porter, when it doesn't. So some people want to get the joke there.
The best day of my life.
See DD's flats that you just saw DD run towards there, they're pulled down. That's in a place called Summerson. I think there's 5 blocks of them.
Yeah.
and one of them we filmed in for DD's flat,
Loser.
pulled down.
You're a loser.
So you've got to check
Yeah.
that place out you want to see in.
Do you ever have trouble with your spelling? Do you ever forget how to spell words like
In this sketch
necessary
here,
or occasionally? Well, let me help. Necessary
See
is
this?
N-E-C-E-S-S-A-R-Y.
See when I first made this up?
And
I think occasionally there,
occasionally.
I actually did spell it
what we
wrong
meant to
when I
absorb
typed
that.
it in, when I made that up. In the editor, I just noticed it. I
That's
went,
you.
I did it with one
You're a
C and
loser.
two S's. And he says, I says, wait a minute. Stop, the spelling's right. He says, I thought that was a joke. I went, no, that's meant to be the real spelling. So I actually couldn't spell it. So that's kind of like a sketch within,
not gonna
within a
go
sketch
to
within a
I
sketch.
know.
I just can't be bothered. There's just so much to get done.
And my
That's a bit
girlfriend
fast.
sometimes
You've
says to
got twice as
us,
much to do tomorrow.
I know, but
sometimes have a laugh with my girlfriend Lynn,
Might as well
but
finish off
quite a lot of
the
sketches where there's a relationship, there's a guy and a lassie, that always have this kind of thing. Well, the guys like that and the lassies sort of saying this, have you done this shit, have you fixed that? Why is it always to do with arguments and all that? Because
You took last week, huh?
me and Lynn don't argue
But they are.
a lot.
You're making a rod for your own
But
back.
when we do, I mean, that's a funny thing, isn't it? It's funny when people argue when they're getting on. It isn't funny. So that's why I do it. I just want to let you know in case you think, what a relationship he must have. Every male-female relationship he's got in this, it's always arguments. What's going on there? It's fine. Everything's fine.
But now I realise why. You've got to actually, literally,
You
physically.
finished the kitchen yet?
Hear that music? That's that. I get the music for this site. That's like royalty-free music, right? I don't give the sketches to somebody. Somebody goes and makes up the music. Oh, it pre-exists, and then you pick the music, you put it there. I heard that music for that sketch. Not the dance bit here, but the bit before. On a lot of serious drama. It was like something like somebody had. I think it was actually real life. Somebody had really been murdered or something, and it made me laugh. And even though it was a real fucking person that had been killed because they'd used my music for
A
that.
lot of people get confused about our name, Peaches and Cream. They say, all right, what one's Peaches and what one's Cream?
That's based on, pub band names. You see a band appearing at the pub the night. Two's Company or Three's Company. Double
I
Trouble.
think you're wrong. You shouldn't have lied about
That bit
Marty.
right there is based on, if you want to get wanky, it's based on Once Upon a Time in the West. I don't know if you know the
I thought
inn
about what
scene,
you
the
said.
pub scene, where
But giving people
Cheyenne
hopes and dreams and aye.
enters the pub
That
and
is a
then
good thing.
encounters harmonica
But
Charles
what good is
Bronson.
it to hope for a dream to come true when your
And then he
dream
goes to
is built
leave,
on a lie?
and he goes, just watch out for those false
You deserve to
notes.
know the
And then he
truth.
walks to the door and he goes, vroom, and he stops like that right up at the camera based on that.
Your wee
I just want to
pals
let you know that,
and your wee
influenced by
karaoke
some great
are
works.
pathetic. You'll never in a million years say anybody comes close to Marty Pello.
I've turned nasty
That's
here.
the truth.
Turn nasty.
Hurts, didn't it? Now who's going to tell them that? You?
Hear all this
That's
part
why
here?
you're a good boy. If you can kick their feet from under them like that, well, you're a bigger
Bigger
brother
brother
man than I'll ever be.
See if you try
I'm
writing
gonna
something
tell
like that, you will be surprised.
move.
I don't know what you think of
You
that,
are.
right? You hear stuff
Me?
like that in dramas all the time, soap operas and that.
You've got to come back to that karaoke.
See, when you
You've
start
got to
writing
tell
something
them what you
like
should
that,
have
you wouldn't
told them.
believe how easily it
The
comes at you,
truth.
because you've heard it a million times
Coming
before.
clean makes for
You're just
some
typing it and it just
very
comes
dirty
right out.
work. Date yourself. As
You know,
for
coming
me,
clean makes for some very dirty
I'm
work.
outta here.
See, when you type coming clean, the next thing you type is makes for some very dirty work. It just flows out you because you've heard it a zillion times before. You're going to tell them, me?
Is Larry Forsyth, and with me is Dr. Stewart. This week, Dr. Stewart will be administering me with
I don't know if
Zexan,
this is going to ruin it for you, right?
drug
But you know
derived
how
from a
that's got
fungus native to Japan.
that
It is
kinda
thought to have been
crackly
used by the
effect to it.
samurai in battle.
It looks like it's all wee
An hour
random
and a half
bits here and
later,
there.
I was
See, if
beginning
you
to
watch
feel
it,
definite
you
effects.
can see this wee thing flying down from left to right all the time, like a wee butterfly. Can you see it? There it
Feeling
is.
the urge
See that wee crackle going all the way left to right,
What was that?
left to right. Once I started seeing it, I couldn't stop seeing it.
Feeling the urge.
It goes left to right, starts for the top and goes all the way down to the
Again,
bottom.
that's-
And I just keep watching it with all these sketches now.
Are you able to control those impulses?
No, they're happening quite of their own
brilliant. Well, is it an enjoyable experience?
It's rather unpleasant. Could you get the nurse, please? Nurse. Nurse.
Wasn't sure if I should speed that up, but speed
At this
that
point
up a
in the
bit, that
experiment,
bit.
I had to be subdued.
I thought, just there. You sometimes get into things like, if he's gone like that, would the tine will be flapping about? Just leave it. Watch this. See the two on the left there. See the guy on the left and the guy on the right. No Ryan in the middle, but the guy on the left. They were in the Neds, the film Neds. Him on the left, him on the right.
Stop!
The guy on the left is the one wearing the specs who's all kind of like fall apart. The guy on the right is the guy that gets the brain damage. And I didn't know.
But hear you.
There's no, they had no talking parts in this. They're just doing this dummy fighting. And then I saw them in Neds, and acting's brilliant. And then
years ago, am I right?
I thought I had them right next to us and could have done something, but
Am I right?
so I thought they were brilliant in Neds, and then
Spot on.
So fight.
it was a waste.
Fight. But fight without fighting. Have
A waste of talent.
a dummy fight.
I almost feel embarrassed. Like you know, you're in Neds. Now it's just going to be some dummy fighting.
Fight!
I've thought this before. Seriously, you see gangs that you see things in the news where they're going about with knives and all that. I do think did they really need to do this, or could it just be the same like with dummy fighting? I think it would work, but then that would happen. Because it's almost like these youngsters that are like 14 or 15, do they really want to stab each other and do all that? Or do they just want to get a bit of contact? Do they maybe they should get into wrestling? No, like the American wrestling, like the big showbiz stuff. But like the real Olympic wrestling where they're really pure, like, got the leotards on and all that. Maybe that's what they really want to do.
First of all, we thought Two's Company, and then we thought Partners in Crime.
They kind of remind me of Same Difference here.
Peaches and cream.
The Same Difference for X Factor years ago. The Prodigy there.
He's a liar! You made the whole thing up! You hear that, mate? You are going to hang for this. You get anything to say for yourself? Eh? Any last words?
That's it! Hang me!
I said to
Hang me,
Ryan,
go ahead and hang me.
see when you grab his
I'm
Ryan,
gonna
honestly, just pure grab my mouth, just go like that, just go like that. And he did it, but it wasn't hard enough. I was like, no, Ryan, I mean it, come on. Because Ryan's an actual, real stage actor, and they do that, and I'm no. So I said to Ryan, come on Ryan, just get out of the mouth like that. And he did it kind of hard, but just not hard enough, you just want to sometimes get right in it and just grab us. But it's kind of realistic, but I want you to grab us and check me a bit like that, but he didn't. It's just want to be gentle. Hear that squeak in the door? That's me. That was me going like that. We didn't get a sound effect for a door. That wasn't the door on the day or anything like that. That was me just going like that. I said to Alan, look at the way Alan's running there, the green t-shirt, see him? Green polo shirt. I said to him, see when you're running, can you run like slow motion, not quite catching up with me? And look at the way he's running, it's this mad way like that. Like he's got a hook in the back of him like that. But anyway, thanks for watching episode 2 commentary. See you in a bit.